This is the JTV Caribbean News. I am Sean Rose. Barbados health authorities say they are monitoring what seems to be an increase in the number of syphilis cases on the island. The Ministry of Health said that recent studies have revealed that a growing number of persons were testing positive for the sexually transmitted infection but gave no figures. The authorities say they are now in the process of enhancing their monitoring systems for syphilis and other STIs, as well as gathering data for more detailed analyses that would allow them to determine those who are most at risk. Former Trinidad Cabinet Minister Jack Warner has won the by-election for the Chaguanas West seat in the country's parliament. Warner, who had resigned in April following a report that led to questions over his conduct during his time as chairman of the CONCACAF regional football body, had formed his own party, the Independent Liberal Party, to contest the seat. According to preliminary estimates, Warner emerged with a significant majority over all the contenders combined, with figures showing that he won over 12,631 of the just over 18,000 votes cast. Warner's main rival was the United National Congress candidate Khadija Amin, who got 5,126 votes. The UNC is the majority party in the People's Partnership, the country's ruling coalition. Warner had served as both Works Minister and National Security Minister in the cabinet of Trinidad and Tobago Prime Minister Kamlad Persad Bissessar. Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, Dr. Denzil Douglas, says he will not call elections until changes are made to the constituency boundaries in that country. Deputy Premier of Nevis, Mark Brantley, who serves in the capacity as leader of the St. Kitts Nevis federal opposition, filed a motion of no confidence in the Denzil Douglas-led federal government 7 months ago. Brantley expressed concerns about threats to the democratic process in St. Kitts Nevis via a widely circulated letter to several CARICOM prime ministers and other stakeholders outside the region. The St. Kitts Nevis opposition leader discussed various aspects of the ongoing impasse with leader of the opposition New Democratic Party, the NDP, in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Anim Eustace, via the NDP's New Times program aired on Nice Radio St. Vincent on Monday.
So they've come into Parliament recently, so they're amending the Elections Act. They've come now to say that they're going to change boundaries. We are hearing that will come soon. And we are standing on. The civil society has spoken. The opposition has spoken. We have withdrawn the matter from the court. And it really bothers me. It bothers me deeply because here's what's happening. Whenever these issues arise, we as an opposition have to go out cap in hand to our supporters. We have to put our hands in our pockets. Sometimes we even have to go and take loans in order to hire lawyers. Really and truly, we are hiring lawyers to fight for our democracy.
That's right.
The government takes up the taxpayers' money and flies in lawyers from all over. To our amazement, the latest one they brought in here is Lord Goldsmith, QC, former Attorney General of the United Kingdom.
I see.
Who has flown in at tremendous expense to tell us that the motion should not be brought, when in his own United Kingdom, he could never give that advice.
Eustace, the Vincentian opposition leader, also expressed concerns about the St. Kitts Nevis matter, citing implications for the Caribbean integration process.
We have to be serious about these matters, and you can't use the argument of not dipping in internal affairs. We are one region. We're trying to get our own single market going, and eventually political union. So what are they going to do? Ignore what is happening in a member country, which can be detrimental to all of us?
The international police organization Interpol says it has launched a new tool enabling Caribbean countries to exchange information on fraudulent identity and travel documents. Known as DialDoc, or Digital Interpol Alert Library Document, Interpol said the technology, launched in collaboration with 8 of the world's most industrialized powers, or the G8, makes it easy for officials in any of Interpol's 190 member countries to check if a travel document is fake through comparison with worldwide images of counterfeit documents. DialDoc will play a central role in the swift provision of information to law enforcement agencies, particularly in the fields of border management and the fight against identity fraud, human trafficking, terrorism, and financial crime, Interpol said in a statement. Until now, Interpol said its member countries have circulated their own alerts relating to fraudulent travel documents. DialDoc is the data processing platform which regulates this information and makes it accessible to all Interpol member countries in a user-friendly manner. Suriname's President Desi Delano Boutousé has wasted no time in setting up a national reparations committee in his country, only weeks after CARICOM heads agreed at their annual summit in Port of Spain to the establishment of reparations committees in each member state. A national committee was installed last week by President Boutousé to steer the issue of reparations locally and represent Suriname in the CARICOM Reparation Committee. The CARICOM heads agreed to a joint approach for the matter of compensations. Heads of government of the Caribbean Community CARICOM on the final day of their 34th regular meeting agreed on follow-up action on the matter of reparations for native genocide and slavery. The meeting agreed to the establishment of a National Reparations Committee in each member state, with the chair of each committee sitting on a CARICOM Reparations Commission. Antigua and Barbuda's Prime Minister Baldwin Spencer said Caribbean nations that have been the major producers of wealth for the European slave-owning economies entered independence with dependency, straddling their economic, cultural, social, and even political lives. He said political leaders must continue to educate Caribbean people and enhance their awareness of the reparations issue. Reparations, he added, had to be directed toward repairing the damage inflicted by slavery and racism. For the JTV Caribbean News, Sean Rose.
Coming up next on JTV News. Caribbean visit is a dream come true for 28 Swiss football players. The Rotary Club of Road Town 20th Annual Kiddies Fiesta saw a great turnout at the Queen Elizabeth Park. Kingman and Tino take the BVI first Soca Monarch titles, and Sister Joyce emerges from prison in grand style to seize the 2013 Calypso Monarch crown.